Welcome back. A major transformation in college sports in recent years and some new big-time costs for universities like Madison trying to remain competitive with athletes now being able to cash in on their name, image, and likeness. A landmark settlement now allows universities to directly pay its athletes. The settlement also requires back pay for athletes who previously competed. So to help, bipartisan legislation that passed the Assembly 95-1, its fate now in the state Senate. The bill would allocate nearly $15 million a year in taxpayer funds for debt services for UW-Madison athletic facilities. That would free up money for the new revenue sharing with athletes. Chris McIntosh is the UW-Madison athletic director. He joins us now. Hey, Chris, good to see you. We appreciate it.
Good to see you, Matt. Thanks for having me on.
Let's talk about it as part of this settlement, these new payments to athletes that are allowed. It's capped at about $20 million right now. That will increase. The first question that some just casual sports fans may ask, say, wait a second, so now the universities have to pay their athletes? What is this all about?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question. That's the right place to start. In July 1 of 2025, the House settlement took effect. That allowed us, in addition to paying almost $3 billion over the next 10 years in back damages, it allows us to participate in revenue sharing directly with our student athletes. And as you mentioned, in year one, that figure is capped at $20.5 million. We had prepared for that. We've embraced that. We were supportive of that. And we're fully participating in that $20.5 million. The larger challenge is it's the lack of stability, the lack of even guidance around college athletics since July 1. And that has resulted in payments above and beyond that $20.5 million in the form of NIL opportunities to student athletes that has raised the cost of success for. And this is not a Wisconsin athletics problem. This is a college athletics challenge. And that's really what has been the catalyst for us seeking this bill and seeking the support from the state.
What happens if this legislation does not pass?
Yeah, I mean, we will near a point in which, like I said earlier, something has to give. And we need to be competitive in a sport like football. Football generates 80% of our revenues. That is the financial engine that underwrites the cost of opportunity for every other sport. At the same time, we need to preserve, like I mentioned earlier, the excellence that we have in Olympic sports. And we need to be able to preserve that opportunity for those hundreds of high potential young people that have the opportunity to participate in a life-changing experience. That's what's at stake right now.
Chris, you've also been asked about some of the criticism just in the fact that these NIL deals or the revenue sharing is not subject to the open records law here in the state. What have you told people who have those concerns?
Well, first and foremost, I appreciate the concern around it. And I would start by saying we do everything we can to comply with open records requests and the open records laws. What we're left right now is the NIL deals or the revenue sharing agreements that we enter into with our student athletes. We treat them like student records, and as such, we have to uphold FERPA standards. So we haven't been sharing those. We haven't been sharing those for a few reasons. One, I think it's in the interest of our student athletes and their own privacy and all of the other challenges that college athletes in today's environment have to deal with. So protecting them from those agreements becoming public is a priority. There are also highly competitive reasons why we don't want to share those agreements. I'm not aware of another program, a peer of Wisconsin, that is sharing that information.
In terms of getting this signed into law, bring me out onto the football field. What yard line are we on at the moment?
I mean, you're more attuned to the political atmosphere or environment than I am. I feel we have a tremendous amount of support. Those meetings have gone well, and we welcome the opportunity, any chance we get to share that message.
All right, we'll leave it there. UW-Madison Athletic Director Chris McIntosh. Hey, Chris, thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that.
Up next, the new survey unveiled right here, asking UW-Madison faculty about politics on campus.